Okay, should we jump? I have a bunch more questions, but should we jump into this to the Brut?
Sure, yeah. So the first wine we're going to try is the Brut 2017. This is a super fun wine, and it's actually showing really well today. It's a good breakfast wine as we're still only 11 a.m. here. Um, but this wine is made from our estate vineyards. It's about 50% Chardonnay and 50% Pinot Noir. And all of our sparkling wines are made in the method traditionnel from Champagne method. But on top of that, they are aged at least 3 years in the bottle for the vintage labeling. So that's also a Champagne technique or a Champagne regulation, but not necessarily required in the US. But that's something that we feel strongly about. So this has spent 3 years in the secondary fermentation before we release it. So it's got a lot of toastiness in addition to all the bright fruit.
Many sparkling wine producers, certainly in France and also in the U.S., they'll make a non-vintage Brut, but you guys don't. What's the different reason?
Yeah, they were just finding that over time it was basically a vintage Brut anyway. In California, we have such consistent weather that the fluctuations in the vintages aren't as significant as they are in Champagne, and even there, the global warming things have gotten more consistent. So I think that they were finding historically that it was basically a vintage wine anyway, and that they might as well, put the vintage label and vintage date it for both the Brut traditional and the Brut estate.